Hello, everyone. I hope that you're all well, and it's a privilege for me to be able to share with you today. I thought I would share a video alongside the newsletter just because a video is sometimes easier to watch than a letter is to read. But I'll kind of give you the best of, we'll kind of give you the best of both worlds. But first and foremost, just a big heartfelt thank you to those who have supported us over the past couple of months. It has been a real blessing. Going into this organization, Teach Beyond, I've when I started, I didn't know what we were doing or where we were going, but as the years have unfolded, I've definitely seen God's hand in this, and our goal really is to glorify God in all that we do. We're not doing this for our own self-righteousness or anything else. We really just want to see children being impacted by the gospel, and Teach Beyond has opportunity to do that. And it's so much easier to engage young people with the gospel because they're so much open to it. And so Teach Beyond with transformational education, that's exactly what we're trying to do. So I thought I'd just share a quick story with all of you so that you know where we are as an office, a South African office at the moment. Late last year, I went to a conference, and going to this conference, I took a bus. And on the bus, when you get onto a bus, you kind of look for the best seat because you don't want to sit next to someone you might not get along with. Well, there's only one seat open, and I sat next to this guy with a big afro, and he had a beer in his hand, and I thought, well, this is going to be an interesting drive, and it was. I mean, throughout the drive, he asked me what I did, and I asked him what he did, and we started speaking, and I was able to share quite a lot of the gospel with him, and he knew about God, and he did a little bit of reading in the past and that sort of thing. But you could see he didn't have a relationship with Jesus, and so this was really cool that I got to share about Jesus with him, and I also got to share a lot about Teach Beyond. Well, 15 minutes before the trip ended, he said, "Look, Dane, I don't know you, and I don't know much about your organization, but I feel that I get this vision of a baobab tree. I feel like Teach Beyond is this baobab seed." And that seed needs to be planted, and it needs to grow very deep, strong roots. And once those roots are formed, it will then blossom into this big tree. And baobab trees are almost 25 meters tall, which is huge, right? And so I heard the story, and obviously throughout the conference, I was thinking about this, and I thought, man, that was so profound. The stranger who I barely know shares a story with us, and it was really cool. Well, invariably, what's happened is Teach Beyond has become an office, a South African office, but an office for Africa, and that's only happened this year. So anybody that's been sent from overseas or sent from Africa at large comes through the South African office. What does that mean? That means we do their member care for them, we do their ministry support development. So that's similar to what we're doing with you guys, our supporters. We do so we do their support raising. We do coaching for them, mobilization coaching, so we help them get integrated into the Teach Beyond family. We do safeguarding training so that when they work with children, they work with in an ethical manner and with integrity. And then we do people services, so we journey with them. They become part of our family, and we care for them, and on a monthly basis we see how they're doing, what they need, where we can jump in to assist them. And so we've got about 20, just over 20 people on our books now that we're doing all of this for. And so I see this as us establishing ourselves, the roots being planted, and the organization getting stronger, because obviously the more people come into the office, the more people that are under me in our team. And so that's also been a lot to navigate. So yeah, there's no big fireworks, there's no big in terms of what we've been doing. We've been speaking at quite a lot of churches, creating awareness for the organization. We've done training at a community center that we're quite involved in, that feeds over 500 children on a daily basis, and so we love and support them. And we're sending and receiving teachers all over the world that can make a massive impact in the lives of children. And so that's kind of what we're doing at the moment. I don't see that once that's established, I see God doing something massive after that, but that's okay. And I've just realized if it's organic, if it's working naturally, then God's obviously behind that. So once again, support raising is definitely different, and in some ways difficult, and you need so much trust. And I've always hustled and worked hard, and I'm learning that God's got us and He's trusting us. And thank you to you for being used by God in that way. And from both of us, I mean, some of the money goes to us, some of the money goes to the international organization, and some of the money goes to the local organization. So it's a broad spectrum of support that you're giving us, and we just say thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. God bless you, and stay tuned for another update in the near future.